Ваши друзья? Да, тогда проходите в первый зал.
Okay.
Oh, хорошо. Come. Пожалуйста, please. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're live. We're going on a tour of the history of vodka. We're in St Petersburg at the Vodka Museum. It's Dmitry, just met, good friend. He organized all of this. Thank you, Dmitry, for having us over here tonight. We really appreciate it. Okay, and now we go over to the lovely lady to start us on the tour.
Welcome to the Museum of Russian Vodka. I will tell you the most interesting facts about the history of our national drink. So, the history of Russian vodka started in the 14th century. One day, the Italians came to Russia and gave to taste to the Russian people grape spirit for the first time. The Russians liked this drink very much and they decided to invent something similar, but here, in our country. Unfortunately, there were no grapes in Russia in the 14th century, and that is why they started to use our cereal cultures, like rye, oats, barley, buckwheat. And using such ingredients, we invented the prototype of Russian vodka. It was called bread wine or bread spirit because it was produced by grape. Previously, the quality of such product left much to be desired. Do you have some questions?
No.
Okay. The taste was awful, but anyway, it was the first step of our national drink. So, and we are moving forward in the 15th century. The Ecumenical Council of Florence was held in Italy in 1438, and our monk Isidore went to Europe and he visited such event. He discussed some questions connected with religion. And after this event, he was inspired a lot and he started to persuade our Tsar, Vasily II, to change our religion from Orthodoxy to Catholicism.
Wow.
But our Tsar didn't appreciate this idea at all and he imprisoned our monk. But as Isidore was a talented scientist, he had an interesting plan. He constructed the first distillation machine, and the first drink which he produced, he gave to taste to his guards. So they fell asleep, and while they were sleeping, he managed to escape to Europe, to Italy, where he dedicated his life to Catholicism as he wanted. And this story was happy not only for our monk, who managed to escape, but also for the history of our national drink, because this distillation machine was left here in our country. And at the period of reign of our cruel Tsar, Ivan the Terrible, Ivan IV, the first drinking places were opened. They were called kabaks. Kabak was a prototype of modern bar or pub, but there were no snacks, no water, only strong alcohol. And only the private guardians of our Tsar could visit such places. A person who wanted to open a drinking place needed to swear to be loyal to the Tsar, not to mix spirit with water and not to steal money. They swore this way, put their hands on Holy Bible and kissed the Holy Cross. That is why they were called kissers.
Wow.
So, and we are moving forward at the period of reign of our famous emperor, the founder of our city, Peter the Great. In the 18th century, there were a lot of reforms and of course some new traditions appeared. And nowadays in Russia there is a funny tradition. If someone is late for a party, he might be offered to drink a penalty shot. Nowadays it's a joke, but at the period of reign of Peter the Great, it was not a joke, it was a cruel punishment, because penalty shot looked like this.
Yep.
It was a huge goblet of bread spirit, 1 liter.
Yep.
A person who was late needed to drink such goblet. This way our emperor wanted to make punctual the Russian people. Yes.
And he had to dance afterward, right? So, and if he managed to not fall, then Peter the Great will forgive him. If not, he would be kicked out of the court,
And
right?
actually, after this goblet, a person is not able to
If-
dance.
yeah.
He's
No, well-
ill for 1 week.
Yeah. If not dead, right? It's either dead or ill, right? I agree.
Sometimes. There was another interesting punishment during the period of reign of Peter the Great. Such medal for drunkenness, it's written. A person who drank a lot needed to wear such medal on his neck for 1 week, all
Wow.
days, all nights, without possibility to put it off.
So, and this was also during the time of
Yes,
Peter the
course.
Great. Wow.
Our Tsar was liked to invent punishments.
Oh,
It
wow.
was his hobby. And a person needed to wear such medal for 1 week as a punishment, and the weight of such medal was approximately 7 kilos.
Jeez.
You can
Wow.
try it, yes. And this way our national gesture appeared. Nowadays in Russia, if we make something like this,
Oh yeah.
let's go to drink.
Yeah.
And this gesture appeared when a person wore such medal for 1 week. Of course, there were some marks on his neck. He could show them to the owner of drinking place this way, and after this he might be offered to drink. It was a test.
Class.
Yes, and our emperor said, do not drink much and do not drink little. Drink enough.
Oh wow.
Enough meant not to lose your dignity and not to lose all your money.
Wow.
By the way, there is another beautiful legend about the appearance of this gesture. One day, the angel at the top of the spire of Peter's and Paul's cathedral, have you seen it?
Yes.
Changed its position because of the weather. And people were horrified that the angel could fall and something horrible could happen, because angel is a symbol of our city.
Yeah.
And our emperor started to search for a person who is able to straighten the angel at the top of the spire. And such brave one was found. His name was Peter Telushkin, and he was a simple carpenter. And the emperor asked him, so what do you want for a job? And he replied, so I'm a simple man, I don't need much. Just I'd like to have a possibility to drink everywhere for free. And our emperor wrote special document, and using such document he drank for free everywhere.
Wow.
But as he drank a lot, such document was stolen and was lost every time, and he went to the emperor again and again and again to ask to write another one. And one day our emperor told him, so I'm sick and tired from your complaints, we need to invent something new. And then Peter Telushkin was forced to make a special tattoo with double-headed eagle on his neck. After this, and it was written, the holder of this tattoo has possibility to drink for free everywhere.
Oh.
He could show it to the owner of drinking place this way, and after this he might be offered to drink.
Wow.
Is it true or is it just a legend? We don't know, but anyway, nowadays we use this gesture.
Yep. Katerina.
Yes, our Empress Catherine the Great. She was a wise and practical woman. She made a lot, not only for the history of our country, but also for the history of our national drink. There were a lot of noble families who produced alcohol illegally, and she decided to create such document, a prototype of modern license. People were able to pay a certain amount of money and to receive a possibility to produce alcohol. And as our noble families produced drinks not for sale but for themselves and for their friends, the quality became much better. They used only the best ingredients, they invented new ways of purification, and they invented a lot of new recipes. And fusions became popular, drinks with fruits, berries, herbs. There were a lot of flavors, and previously the word vodka had a meaning flavored drinks.
Oh wow.
Yes. Only later we started to call vodka the drink which we know nowadays. So, and our Empress was a passionate collectioner. she collected almost everything. The masterpieces of art, jewelries, books, sculptures, a lot of her marvelous collections we can find at the State Hermitage Museum nowadays. And also Catherine the Great collected the most interesting drinks. So a lot of them she sent as a present to her pen friends abroad. For example, to Carl Linné, scientist, Goethe, German writer, and French philosophers Diderot, Voltaire. So, and who knows, maybe they wrote their notable works inspired by our Russian traditional drinks.
Did Catherine the Great, did she drink herself?
No, she preferred coffee.
Okay.
It was her passion, and usually she didn't drink alcohol.
Oh, wow.
Also there we can find a wonderful collection of corks. They made from silver, bronze and ivory. It's the collection of 19th century. And also I would like to show you some glasses. For example, this type of glass is called Lafitnik. According to the legend, there was a beautiful castle in France called Chateau Lafitte. And the towers of this castle also were conical and faceted as the shape of this glass. That is why it's called Lafitte. Our guest told me that it's the best